Of this Cybercrime Act to repress free speech. In Rivers State, the government of Tinubu has imposed military rule. The government of Tinubu suspended the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The government of Tinubu went rogue against the Nigerian people. But today, we are saying we will not accept. We will not what? We will not accept.
Quickly, let's distinguish. There's some who said, let's go. Please clarify we are live.
Okay. Well, as you know, the Take It Back movement was very central to the call and organizing of end bad governance nation.
All right, lovers of freedom, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're welcome to this YouTube channel. You know, this is where you get your legit information regarding what is actually happening in Biafra land. Now, we the Biafrans and also our Biafrans in diaspora are holding their own protest regarding the illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the illegal detention of our PM Simon Èkpà in Finland. Since the Nigerian government have failed to provide any tangible evidence, you are calling this man a terrorist. Provide tangible evidence that makes this particular man a terrorist. You are running around. So the Finnish authorities need to release Mazi Simon Èkpà ASAP. This is why these protests are going on. Now, this particular protest going on in the zoo country called Nigeria is a very, very rubbish protest. I call it rubbish protest because these same people protesting are the same people shouting one Nigeria. These are the same people shouting one Nigeria, talking about how Nigeria will be better. The same Tinubu you are protesting, the Tinubu government, the head of the government, which is Ahmed Tinubu, that you are going protesting for, or you are talking to hear you, is in France rejoicing, flexing in France. He's on a work break in France. Somebody that his country is burning. A country like Nigeria, a zoo country like Nigeria is burning. And what the president is interested at is traveling to France. So it's a failed nation. And the only solution to Nigerian problem is division. The Nigerian government need to realize this now. It's better they come on the round table with us to discuss our referendum, or they will sink completely. Because they are already sinking. Gradually, this Tinubu government is sinking them. Gradually. So the Nigerian government need to realize this. It's better they come on a round table with us to discuss our referendum, or they face the penalty. We, the Biafrans, will continue to fight. We'll continue to make sure that we liberate ourselves from the zoo. The strongest two men that helps us have been taken in by these zoo Janjaweeds, with the help of these so-called Southeast politicians that are telling us that they are agitating for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is all false. They are using the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for their own political gain. That is it, and that is the real fact. So my people, my true Biafrans, if you jam across this video, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, turn on the notification button. turn on notification button. You can react to these videos on the comment section. We are Biafrans and we are in the modern age. We can share this information everywhere. We can win this battle from social media. We can win this battle from social media. We are not going into any conventional war with the Nigerian state, because this particular war have taken the lives of 4 million people. So all we are saying is that the Nigerian government will very soon come on the round table with us to discuss our referendum. So the protest that is going on, that is meant for them, and that is for them. They are the ones still interested in the country called Nigeria. The fact is that Nigeria is failing day by day, and nothing good can come out of Nigeria. Nothing good can come out of Nigeria. Even P2B cannot do Nigeria well. It's a failed state. Nigeria is a failed Islamic state. Look at what is happening in Plateau. Look at what happened in Plateau yesterday. How these Fulani headsmen have to kill innocent farmers, kill Christians in Plateau. The president have not come out to make official statement. The vice president have not come out to make official statement. The governor have not come out to make official statement. But I don't know how these people are operating their own government system. This is a very, very stupid government I've ever experienced in my life. These Fulani headsmen went to the city in Plateau and killed innocent Christians. Yes, the president is in France rejoicing. The vice president is to be found nowhere. Nobody is in charge. Nobody is taking care of this particular news today. In a well-modern country, Nigeria will be shut down today because of this particular incident that happened in Plateau. Killing of Christians. It should make a country shut down. But in this country, we have only one supreme power, which is the president. He orders everything. He makes every declaration. That is why they will never release Nnamdi Kanu. It's better we take it by force. As we Biafrans, the way to our freedom is to take it by force, because nothing will make these people release Nnamdi Kanu. This man will finish his own 8 years and they will still leave this particular man in DSS custody. That is the plan. And they have been planning all these things with these so-called Southeast governors, if these so-called Southeast politicians. So my people, let's not talk much today. Now we'll be sharing an important video for you so that you can realize what is happening in Finland. That's the protest that is coming up in Finland on the 9th of May. That's the protest for the release of our PM Simon Èkpà, because the Nigerian government don't have any tangible evidence against him. He was just taking it because of the high rate of petition that this so-called Southeast governor signed with the help of the Attorney General of Nigeria. That is the only reason why the local police have to arrest this man. But he will be freed. In a few days' time, he will be freed because there is no tangible, legit evidence against him. Now, stay tuned for this video I'm about to share now. Now listen.
Evil. A lot of people love lies. People love lies and deceit. Nowadays, if you want to go into a relationship, you want your woman to love you so much, you begin to lie to her. I want you to check around you those genuine men, those wonderful men who tell their women the truth, who tell their girlfriends the truth, who tell their wives the truth. Check around you. How many of them are having a successful relationship with their spouse? I want you to check around you. How many of these genuine men who tell their wives or their girlfriends the truth, how many of them are having a very wonderful, peaceful, romantic relationship? Just check around you and also use yourself to give an example. That is the world we are, Èkpà. When you speak the truth, people will run away from you, Èkpà. People now love those who lie and paint their lies and make their lies look very, very beautiful. That is the problem we have today. But I want to assure you that the truth is the only thing that stands over the test of time. Only truth can stand against it. No matter the, no matter the test, no matter the difficulties, only truth can stand forever. Lies doesn't stand forever, because the end point is always disastrous. I want you to take my word, mark it down, write it somewhere. Only the truth stands the test of time. We are going to continue, my wonderful people of Biafra, this evening, as we have all-important discussion to move or to delve into this very evening. You all are already aware of what is going on in Biafra land, or should I say the zoo at large, how the Fulani terrorists are ravaging everywhere in our land. And remember one word which our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Èkpà, said sometime in the past, that he is not actually the target. He said he is not the target. That the target is you and I. The target is you and I. Before we move into the main topic today, I want to show you something briefly before we continue. Let me show you something. Let me quickly show you something, just a headline, and then we will continue immediately. We have a very serious topic to discuss this evening, so I want you to get your seat. Imalifi na ngobulum mirike na ngobulu tea, bulum manya, get a glass of it, and then take your time and listen. So many things are going on in our land, and we have to discuss it. So let me quickly show you this headline. Kiwiki Diane meditate. While we move into the main topic of today, I want you to use this headline to meditate. You read this headline and then meditate. A lot of things are happening, and you can never hear it in the Zoom media. All the so-called mainstream media platforms, fan channel, they all mute. They all mute. All the Zoom media platforms, so-called mainstream media, the likes of Channels Television, Arise News, NTA, and all of them, AIT, name them, they are all mute over the issue that is happening around the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. The stories they tell you is the stories they want you to, the so-called government want you to hear, not the story that will expose them. They will never tell you the story that will expose the government of Tifnubu. They will only tell you the story that the government of Tifnubu wants you to hear. Why many things are going on, why many things are wrong. They keep on reminding you by the unaliving of 16 Fulani travelers. They now call them, some of them call them travelers, and other ones call them hunters. They call them hunters. They migrated all the way from Gobert to Uromi to hunt, just to hunt. This is what they want you to believe, and this is what they want you to hear. They say they are hunters. They migrated from Gobir, Sokoto, to Uromi in Edo to hunt. This is the lies being peddled by the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom Gota Media, and then this lie is actually what the government, controlled by the Fulani oligarchy, want them to say, to tell you. But you never hear them talking about the reality on ground, what is going on in our land. I pity for everyone. I pity for them. Now look at it. They say death toll in Plateau State attacks rises to 52 as authorities continue search, Sahara reporters. And let me tell you, I want you to know, this thing you see here, 52, is just official number. The official number. 52, but not the real number. Not the real number. And this is just this evening. As at the time of filing this report, it has taken over 4 hours of this very, as at the time of this broadcast, right now, as you are listening to me now, the time is 33 minutes past 7 p.m. It has taken over 4 hours. It's now 4 good hours ago. 4 hours ago, as at the time of this report. 4 hours ago, when they told you that the number was 52 and the search continues. 4 hours ago. Now, by this time of the evening, if the new updated report comes out by this time, it might have gotten to 100. Official number, not the real number. I want you to to remember those two things. Official number, but not the real number. So if the official number by now should be about 100, now meaning that the real number should be about 2 to 300, because you need to times it into 2 or 3. That is what is going on in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, and nobody is talking about it. There is nowhere you see this in the news, not in the newspaper. You can see it in the newspaper, but not all newspapers. Sahara Reporters is reporting it because Sahara Reporters is actually based in the United States of America. Though the owner is a Yoruba man, Omoyele Sowore, but the company is based in America. Why they have reporters all over the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. If you get now, so this is what is happening. Not all the Zoo Janjaweed controlled media platforms will talk about it. Not all of them. Not all of them. It's just few. But when you go to Channels Television, you go to Arise News, everywhere, Uromi, 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 Uromi Bayins, Uromi Bayins. Because that one happened to Fulanis, those in control of the government of the Zoological Republic. These are the people that our own Igbo brothers and sisters are serving, selling our own future just for peanuts. Selling our future for peanuts. These are the people they are serving. They sell our future for peanuts. It is quite unfortunate. And we, the Biafran people, especially the Igbos, are helping them to enjoy the money, the peanuts that they made from selling our future. We, the Biafran people, are helping them to enjoy the peanut, the money, the proceed that they made from selling our future. We are helping, we the indigenes, we the citizens, are helping the criminals that call themselves politicians to enjoy the proceed that they made from the sale of our future. It is quite unfortunate. Very, very, very unfortunate, I can assure you. I can tell you the gospel truth. It is quite unfortunate. Now we have to move into the main topic of the day. Just as I have told you already, if you check of course, the title of this very presentation, I have written, all roads lead to Helsinki. All roads lead to Helsinki, Finland, for the release of our Prime Minister. All roads lead to Helsinki, Finland, for the release of our Prime Minister, His Excellency Mazi Simon Èkpà. Please, once you are here, you are highly welcome. Endeavor to welcome other people. We have a very serious topic to discuss this evening. I say once again, you are highly welcome. Once you are here, please welcome others by liking and sharing this very broadcast. It is very, very important because we'll be discussing a very important topic this evening. I welcome you once again, my wonderful people of Biafra and lovers of freedom. I want to bring something to your notice before we go into the protest, or should I say the discussion that has brought us here this evening. What I am bringing to your screen right now is the most important discussion of the day. It is quite unfortunate because the happenings around the zoo and of course around the Biafra liberation movement is not allowing us to see or to pay attention to the current developments within the Biafra land and of course the zoo at large. Because of the happenings, some things that are not even supposed to be there in the first place have made it possible for the enemies to even beginning to think that somehow they are going to win the battle against the Biafran, people or restoration. Because of the happenings which are not even supposed to be there in the first place. We are no longer paying attention to the right thing that we are supposed to pay attention to. We are no longer, talking about the right things we are supposed to talk about. We are no longer talking about the right things we are supposed to talk about. We are no longer paying attention to the right things that we are supposed to pay attention to because we have been distracted. The enemies of Biafra have made it possible, have managed somehow to distract us, especially the citizens of Biafra. We, the citizens of Biafra, we have been distracted. It is quite unfortunate that we have been distracted. We have been distracted. The enemies of freedom have made it possible for Biafran people to be distracted. We have been distracted. Don't let anybody confuse you. Don't let anybody tell you don't mind them. Don't let anybody tell you it's a lie. We have been distracted. Because why did I say so? When you go on social media today, you see those who are Biafran media people, media personnel who are supposed to be talking about the affairs of Biafra. They are no longer talking about what is going on within the Biafra movement. They are talking about who is who. Nke bazwa onye ka ọ ya abụ, onye ya abụ eze, onye ya aligolu, onye ya nọ n'enu, ọ bụ mụ bụ nke a na-ebu ebubo upon ebubo, allegations upon allegations, allegations upon allegations. We have been distracted. We have been distracted. And when it happens this way, when it happens like this, you will no longer pay attention to the right gospel. You will no longer pay attention to the gospel of redemption. When you hear somebody speaking the right way, speaking the way I am speaking, you will think that this person is not updated. This person is not in line with the current development. You want everybody to go into the same way so that when you come on social media, why the enemies are moving, why the enemies are getting closer to us. Why the enemies are getting closer to us, you do no longer care to know about what is happening in our land. Anybody who is not talking about what this person that means that person is not updated. That means when he comes to preach the gospel of redemption, then this are boring. Or this are boring. It becomes boring because he is not telling you where do you stand? Who are you supporting? Where is your stand? Tell us your stand. Make it known to us your stand. We already know where you support. We already know who you support. You know, these are the conversations they want to hear, because the enemies of Biafra has made it possible to be like this. Shame. We have been distracted. But I want to let you know that the gospel of redemption will continue to be preached. No matter what the enemies do, I want you to know that the gospel of redemption will continue to be preached. And at the end of the day, the light will always shine above the darkness. The light will always shine beyond the darkness. Bear it in mind, Buliano Bigi, that the light will always shine beyond the darkness. The light will always outshine the darkness, whether they like it or not. A lot of things are happening in our land, my people, and I want you to know this. Now, without wasting your time, I'm going to read this very news in details, analyze it briefly, and then we will move to the main discussion, which is all roads lead to Helsinki, Finland, for the release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Èkpà. If you haven't liked the broadcast, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you haven't shared the broadcast, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you are on X, on Twitter, make sure you share it on X. If you belong to any group on WhatsApp, make sure you share this very broadcast to your WhatsApp groups. Share it on Facebook. We are not broadcasting on Facebook for some months now because our Facebook is not in order at the moment. Some people have already handed our Facebook pages, our two main Facebook pages, to some people to try and recover it because of the strikes that both of them received from Facebook. So they are trying to recover those Facebook pages. Once the Facebook pages are recovered and the strikes lifted, then we will start broadcasting on those Facebook again. So we are live on our YouTube channel, which is Biafra Unite TV, and Biafra Unite in capital letter, which is our main YouTube channel. So let us read this very all-important news in details and then address it properly, or should I say briefly, before the line will be made open for Biafrans to call in and say something concerning this very all-important march, or should I say demonstration, in Helsinki, Finland, for the immediate and unconditional release of our Prime Minister, His Excellency Èkpà Simon Njoko. So, according to this very news, of course, I recorded this very news a couple of hours ago on my recorded broadcast. It says here, I didn't commit any offense, Kano maintain, as Igbo Community Association PG visits, calls for his release. So I have already read this during my pre-recorded broadcast this evening or this afternoon, but there is something that touched me. There is something that touched me. I don't know how many of you who have listened or watched that very recorded broadcast that I made a couple of hours ago. I don't know how many of you who have who watched it. But I want us to look into something here. I want us to look at something here. Let me bring it closer. Now, he said he was happy. I don't know how many of you, should I read this from beginning? I don't know if you have already. Can you let me know in the comment section, please, if you have listened to the pre-recorded broadcast that I made a couple of hours ago? I don't know. I don't know how many of you who have watched the pre-recorded broadcast that I made, but let me just read. Let me read. Let me give you the information in full. They said the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has reiterated his innocence, stated that he has committed no offense, even as he has staunch faith in the judicial process to set him free. Now, Kanu disclosed this during a solidarity visit to him on Wednesday by the President General of the Igbo Community Association in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Engineer Ikenna Ellis Ezenekwe, at the Department of State Services, DSS headquarters in Abuja. So this very man actually went. His name is Ikenna Ellis Ezenekwe. He actually went. He went. He actually saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not a propaganda. It's not a lie. This man saw him. So now, something happened here. According to this man, Ellis Ezenekwe, he was happy for the visit, that is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and extended his gratitude to the Igbo community in Abuja. He said, "Tell our people I am well, I am taking my drugs, and I am good. Chukwu Okike Abiama is on the throne. His spirits were high, and he expressed his confidence in his legal team. He strongly believes that the courts will grant him freedom from the DSS holding cell by the end of April 2025. Engineer Ellis Ezenekwe recounted. So I have already said it here during my recorded broadcast that we don't want this topic of he's in the high spirit, right? Although this man did not say it, he didn't say it the same way the other, criminal we all know usually say. So this one is different, right? So this man said his spirits were high, but we don't want to hear that. We already know who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. We know very, very well that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never, ever be broken. We know. That's why we believe and trust him. So he said here, and he expressed his confidence in his legal team.